For the very latest international ag news, visit agricensus.com. Celebrating a centennial year in ag leadership, producers from all across the nation come together for the 100th annual American Farm Bureau Convention and Trade Show. It's taking place in New Orleans this year, and RFD TV's Mark Oppold is on the scene with the latest. Mark?
Well, thank you very much, Christina. It's been a great first morning here at in New Orleans for the 100th celebration, American Farm Bureau Federation. By the way, we'll be here tomorrow and Sunday doing interviews that you'll see and hear all next week. And of course, the big day on Monday when the president is here to speak. Remember last year he was in Nashville saying, well, wow, this is the 99th. I ought to be at the 100th. I think I'll try to do that. Well, he's going to be here on Monday. Also here, Kevin Paap is the state president from the great state of Minnesota. Kevin, always good to catch up with you every year. This is your, I wrote down, the 14th year already.
It is, but it's a lot of fun to be at the 100th annual meeting. There's a lot of things we're involved in, a lot of organizations, but not many last 100 years. And not only are we going to celebrate the last 100 years, but talk about what's going to happen the next 100 years.
Exactly right. Boy, things are happening in Minnesota. You have a new governor, you have a new ag commissioner, and you have new members in Congress, both in St. Paul and in our nation's capital. Wow.
Yep, a lot of changes. New governor, which brings new commissioners in the state, all new folks. We have a Democratic majority in our House. In fact, Minnesota, you might not know this, Minnesota is the only state in the nation with divided government, with a Republican Senate, a Democrat House. All others are one or the other. So we're going to show the rest of the country that we can work together.
Yeah, well, how do you work together as far as how you do that and help agriculture, Kevin?
Well, I think we do it the same way in Farm Bureau as everybody should do it. Early, meaningful, ongoing engagement, get to know those elected officials, get to know those administrative folks, and get to the table with them, talk over the issues, let them know what's important to agriculture, what's important to rural communities.
Exactly, and before going on, I mentioned, Kevin, some of the things you wanted to talk about. You said, Mark, I really want to touch on financing and a lot of the emotions going on in rural America.
You know, everybody wants to know, what are the hot topics? Is it trade? Is it Farm Bill? Is it regulations? I think really the hottest topic, or the thing, the center of all this, is the financial and emotional challenges going on. And whether it's with the cost of health care, what regulations are doing, low prices. We unfortunately had some not great yields in Minnesota in many parts. So it's really that financial, emotional challenges everybody is facing.
Yeah. Minnesota covers a lot of territory, and you border the Canadian border there. How does that, if it does, make any difference as far as ag trade?
I think it gives you a little bit different perspective just on international things, whether it's harmonization of regulations, having things approved and stuff like that. So we do appreciate our neighbors to the north. They're great customers. We work together, and we're going to continue to do everything we can with all the countries, and let's be at the table for trade.
Right. You are totally a grain operation in southern Minnesota. Real quick, what are your plans, if you know what they are going to be? Any changes acreage-wise this spring?
Well, the number one plan is to have a better year this year than last year. We're not going to make a lot of changes, about 50-50 corn and beans.
Very good. Kevin, good to have you here. Again, congratulations on your 14th year.
Congratulations to you, and thank you for all the things you do, getting the word out about agriculture to all.
Very good. Thank you. Well said, and we appreciate that. Kevin Paap is the president of Minnesota, and again, his delegation is here to celebrate 100 years. They're doing it in New Orleans. Christina, back to you.
Thank you so much, Mark. And 2019 actually marks the 100th year of the AFBF annual convention. Like Mark pointed out, it's a centennial celebration. If you'd like more information, it's easy to get. You can visit fb.org, and you'll find everything you need right there. Plus, get this, we have team coverage for you live from the convention. Look for a full lineup of reports from both Mark Oppold and our own Sarah Mock next week, right here on your Market Day Report. Plus, the American Farm Bureau, as he pointed out, they're going to be welcoming President Donald Trump to the convention for a second year in a row. And the president will speak at the closing session on Monday. You can watch it live right here on RFD TV. Plus, you'll catch an encore of the speech right here and industry reaction on Monday night on a very special edition of Rural America Live. It airs at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, right here on Rural America's most important network.